Nice. But you know what? Oh my goodness, Bert, you're so funny. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Ooh, we got a classic case of bright hands. It's a sunny day here in New York City, baby, and I'm feeling good. I got my sunshine earrings in. Oh my goodness, how appropriate for the day. But my sun earrings are not like the regular sun because mine are blue. And the regular sun, as you all know, is white, yellow. What color is the sun? It's like a ball of fire, right? Any scientists in the crowd out there tonight? No, my sun earrings are blue, and as you all know, the regular sun is not. But you know what? It's cool. We're chilling. It's all good. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to listen to me muse about what color the sun might be. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in my first Project Pan update. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. A month ago, I did my first Project Pan video, and I called it update number 1, but I was informed by some more educated Project Panners that that was more of my Project Pan intro. So if you saw it when it was still called update 1, I later went and changed the title to Project Pan intro, since it was like my starting point for everything. But today, it's a month later, and I got some freaking updates for you. We got some new pans going on here. I hit pan on some new things. I'm gonna be switching it up a little bit. I feel like I gathered a lot more information on project panning and the style of project panning I want to do, the things that I think I could realistically pan. I got some big ideas. I'm more educated now. I'm smarter, I'm older, I'm wiser. That was 2020. This is 2021. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to hear all about my first Project Pan update, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching. Coming at you right now. Okay, so I got my list here of everything I talked about in last month's Project Pan intro, and like I said, I'm gonna be making a few changes, just a couple little baby changes, but I am of course gonna show you an update on everything I talked about last month, regardless of whether or not I'm keeping it in my Project Pan. I'm very handsy today. Look at me with all the hand gestures. What else is new? But okay, so the first thing I talked about last month was I had an eyeshadow I'm trying to pan. I'm not trying to pan a whole palette or anything, but I did mention that in the Kathleen Lights X Colourpop So Jaded palette, I am working on panning the shade My Precious, and oh my goodness, is this precious, because I'm doing a really good job on it. So you can see that's like all the bottom of the pan. We have a lot of pan exposed, and this is what it looked like last month. So yeah, I'm making some really good progress. I'll try to put the both on the screen. This is what it looks like now, and this is what it looked like last month. That's progress, dude. I feel like by next month, I could basically have this empty, you know? I feel like as I mentioned in my last video, this is an eyeshadow that I use every single day to set my eyelids. I kind of use it as a primer, I guess. I don't know. I don't like to use an eyeshadow primer. I just use this skin tone shade on my lids as like a base, so it makes sense that I would use a lot of it. Also, I'm like aggressive with my brush. I take my brush and I'm like, because I like to get a lot of it on there. So yeah, a huge amount of progress has been made on this shade. I'm so happy with it, and I feel like within the next month or two it's gonna be completely panned, which is great. But this is not a palette I really reach for anymore aside from that one shade, so I'm really excited to be finishing that up. Okay, my next update is probably my most exciting update, and that is on my NYX Conceal Correct Contour palette. Okay, let me show you the before first. So here is what it looked like last month. You can see I already had one shade, the lightest shade in here, that's completely panned. It's a concealer and corrector palette, essentially. It has one contour shade, but you can see I had the lightest shade completely panned already, good amount of pan on the second to lightest shade, and that was it for it. But I mentioned that I was getting close to hitting pan on some of the corrector shades, and baby, I freaking did it. Look at this. I didn't even like, I was just gonna say I didn't even try. I mean, I wasn't like purposefully trying to hit the bottom, but this is another product that I do use every day, and I've gotten really into using the corrector shades, mostly since I ran out of the lightest shade, and I find that these two do the most like brightening and correcting under my eyes. You know, makes sense, they're correctors and brighteners. Not a ton of progress on this shade, just because honestly, it's like exactly my skin tone, so I don't love using it under the eyes, and I don't do a ton of spot concealing. I don't know, I feel like my foundation does enough for me. But yeah, I did hit pan on the brightening shade, which is super exciting. I knew I was getting close on that one, so I did mention it in the last video that I was getting close, but I did not expect to hit pan on this peachy shade. But I've been getting really into using this peachy shade this month. I really like the way it looks under my eyes. I kind of do a combination of, I go in with the brightening shade on like the corner and then like the outer corner of my eye, the inner and outer corners, if you will, and then I go over them with the peach shade, and when you mix these two together, it's kind of like my perfect concealer shade. So I'm really excited about that because, as I mentioned in my last video, I want to get another one of these. I really love this concealer formula. I just wish they had more in each pan, you know, because that was like my perfect shade and I went through it in like a couple of months, but I didn't want to buy a new one immediately. Not that it's very expensive, because I think this is only like $8 or $12, but it felt wasteful for me to buy an entire new palette to just get one shade and then to have all these leftovers. So I'm being reasonable with myself. I know I'll probably never finish the cream contour because it's not my favorite. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite. And then this shade I literally never use, but I want to completely pan this shade, and this shade before I let myself buy a new one, because I feel like that I'll have gotten more use out of it. What's the expiration date on this? 12 months. Okay, so I think I've had this for like 6 or 7 months, so I'm doing good. So excited to update you next month. I feel like we're gonna have a lot more progress because I've been going through this. I use it every day and I'm very excited. I'm feeling very motivated about this product. Okay, so these next two items are water activated liners. I have the by Melolops Radioactive Water Ink in the shade Toxic. It is a black shade. And then I have my B. Taylor Beauty Primary Aqua Liner palette, and I included the white shade in this project pan. So I included water activated liners in my project pan, even though I had never really seen people include them before, and because, you know, I use them a lot. I'm a big water activated liner gal. I love graphic liner. I use them all the time, but I just feel like these aren't super fun to pan. I definitely made a lot of progress, particularly on this shade, the black shade. Like, I'll show you what it looked like last month versus what it looks like now. There is for sure some progress there, but I'm not finding it fun to pan these, you know? Also, I don't wear black eyeliner a lot. I wear colorful eyeliner more than anything. I do wear a lot of white eyeliner, and I did use this today. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking these out of my project pan just because I'm not finding them super fun to pan. I feel like you don't wanna pan things that you're not enjoying panning. And I mentioned this in my intro, but with water activated liners, every time you mix it together with water, it kind of just like covers the pan again. So it hasn't been exciting to work on. I'm not really trying to get these out of my collection or anything. I know that's not why you pan things. You don't pan things because you're like trying to get rid of it really quick, but I don't know. These just haven't been fun for me, so I'm taking them out of my project pan and replacing them with new things, which I'll show you what I'm replacing them with because I'm very excited about the stuff I'm replacing them with. And I decided on these items because I accidentally hit pan on them. I mean, I guess it's not accidentally. We use products to finish them, but I didn't intend to hit pan on these products, but my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer I did hit pan on literally this morning. I knew I was getting close, but I did hit pan on my Poreless Putty Primer. So this is gonna be one of my replacements for those two items because I'm really enjoying this putty primer. I don't know how long primer is good for, but I've been using this every day. It's literally the only primer that I like. So I'm excited to be introducing this into my project pan in replacement of one of those water activated liners. And then the other product I unintentionally hit pan on is the highlight in my Midas Cosmetics X Neonmua Dawn palette. Look at that pan on the bottom there. I hit that like a week ago. I love this highlight. I'm wearing it today. It's super, super pretty. This is one of my favorite powder highlights I've ever tried. It's like mushy, which I'm a big fan of. It's really, really cool. So I'm excited to be adding this to my project pan. And I'm loosely adding the whole palette. It's not a strong add. We're mostly working on the highlight here, but I can see the bottom a little bit of this contour shade. You definitely probably won't be able to pick it up on camera, but there's like these two bars at the bottom of the pan, and I can very clearly see them popping out. So I loosely have added this contour to my project pan, but it's mostly for the highlight because I hit pan on that. I am definitely looking to expand my highlight collection in 2021, so I'm excited to have a highlight that I've made some progress on. As I mentioned in my makeup inventory video I did, that I'm trying to do a one in, one out situation this year, so every time I finish something, I get to buy a new thing. I thought that would be be a good, reasonable thing to do. So yeah, I'm excited to be working on this highlight, and that is replacing my other water activated liners. So my 2 water activated liners from my Project Pan intro are getting removed just because, you know, I figured some stuff out this month. I figured out what is fun for me to pan and what is not fun for me to pan, and those were not fun for me. And I think that the highlight and what's the other thing I picked? I already forgot. What is the other thing I picked? And the primer, the Poreless Putty primer. Those have been a lot more fun for me to work on. So yeah, eyeliner's out, primer and highlighter in. This is the new lineup. It's 2021 and it's a new day for my Project Pan. Okay, and we got 2 more updates from last month, and the first one is my Revlon Candid Glow Foundation, which I thought I finished, but then I went to use again today and a little bit more came out. So I think I'm entering the stage of this foundation where if I like let it sit and drip to the bottom for a few days, then I can get like 1 more pump out of it. I know that I've seen people soak things in warm water before, and that helps like get things to the bottom. I don't know if that works with like a plasticky sort of packaging like this, but I am going to try it. The only thing that drives me nuts about this, I love this foundation formula. It's super serum-y, it's fragrance free, it feels very nice on my dry sensitive skin, but the only thing I don't like about it is that the packaging rubs off. So I don't know if you can see that at all. There's like silver bits on my hand now. So that's the only, yeah, oh my gosh, so much comes off. It drives me nuts. But it's kind of become a hassle to use now that I've used it so much. The packaging rubs off more and more and more. So every time I go to pump it on the back of my hand, then I'm covered with all these sparkly bits, and then I end up getting them on my face. So that's kind of frustrating. So I'm very excited to finish this just for that reason. Nothing to do with the product itself. And I thought I would have it finished by now. And that's the thing, I kind of do. Like, I thought I finished this a few days ago, so I haven't been using it. And then today, just to double check, I went to take a pump and I got like 2 pumps out of it. So I'm basically done with this. I'm gonna really try to scrape all of that out though. You know, my Virgo sun needs me to fully finish this product. I can't leave any scraps behind. It'll be much more satisfying to me if I can completely finish it. So I am carrying this over into the next month, but I have a feeling this will be done in like a week. But you know what? I literally just dropped it, threw it on the ground. As I was saying, I know I said in my last update that I thought it would be done within a week, so maybe it won't be done within a week. I don't know. I feel like this is the foundation that won't die, even though I love it and I don't necessarily want it to die, but I'm just like ready to move on, you know? So yeah, the Revlon Candid Glow Foundation, I've made a lot of progress on. I don't know, I didn't show you the picture yet. Here's what it looked like last month. It already looked mostly empty last month, but now it's like barely even there, you know? So hopefully this will be done next month, but we'll see. Oh, I said the NYX Conceal Correct Contour Palette was my most satisfying update, but I take it all back because it's this blush, baby. So not to brag, you know what? I'm gonna allow myself 30 seconds to brag. So I talked about this Covergirl blush in my Project Pan intro, and I got a couple comments from people, experienced panners, like super nice. Thank you to everyone who gave me advice in the last video. I would love more advice, so if you still want advice to give, you haven't given me advice yet, I would love to hear your advice. I don't know what this is, rock and roll, but that's besides the point. So in that video, people were telling me like, just expect, you know, blushes take a long time to pan, so just be ready to wait a long time to hit pan on your blush. Well, I did it. You can see it. I'm basically there. You see that big circle in the bottom? That is yeah, that's the bottom of the blush, baby. We're really getting there. Look at this, and look at what it looked like last month. It looked like this last month, and now it looks like this. Like, I think I was a lot closer than I thought I was gonna be. So like, to everybody who told me it was gonna take a long time, like you guys are still totally right. It probably would have if I hadn't already made so much progress. It was just kind of hard for me to see my progress because I've never hit pan in a blush like this before. So, you know, with every blush, sometimes things look like they can go deeper. Like the pan is not as depthy, what's that? Just deep. The pan is not as deep as I thought it was. So yeah, that's the pan right there. Yeah, there's literally nothing left to come off. It's just kind of like pink. That is literally the pan. Yeah, you can see no product came off of my hand because that is the pan, but I am excited to finish it and buy some new blushes because I have a lot of blushes in my collection and I really don't want to buy too many more until I finish some up. So I'm excited to finish this blush, but man, oh man, I just feel so excited. That was such good progress. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's move on. Hi, buddy. Bird is being so sweet. Oh, he's so funny. Bert, you're so funny. Oh my goodness, he's laying amongst all of my things. Oh, I can't stay focused on anything when Bert is here. He's such a cutie man. Let's talk about my last thing I have to update you on, and that is my Fourth Ray Beauty Glisten Up Mist. Now, I am a fraud. This line was not here this morning because I foolishly did not listen to the nice comment that Tara Brooke left for me where she said to put tape over your Sharpie mark. I kept just telling myself I would do it like the next day, and so yeah, she was totally right. My Sharpie mark did rub off, but I compared it to a picture of last month and then tried my best to put the line where it was, so you can see the line was here last month, and now I'm all the way down here, dude. Look at that. Isn't that so exciting? I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely probably gonna finish this next month. I shouldn't assume though, because I said that with the foundation too, but this is setting spray and I use a bunch of setting spray, so I'm very excited to finish this. This is like my third bottle of the Fourth Ray Beauty Glisten Up Mist. I do like it a lot, but I'm excited to try a new setting spray. You know, I've been kind of browsing the drugstore setting sprays online, and I think I might want to try the e.l.f. Dewy setting spray, you know, the one in like the cute millennial pink packaging. That is cheaper than this. I don't know, I just feel like I'm just not excited to place another Colourpop order. I don't want to place an order just to get this because there's literally nothing else I want from Colourpop right now. But yeah, so I am very excited to finish up this mist. It's also starting to get some chunky bits on the side, which, oh well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do at this point, right? I'm almost done with it. I am gonna finish it and I'm very excited. All right, and with that, we have reached the end of the video. Let's do a quick roundup of everything I talked about today, just in case you forgot. So my eyeshadow for my Colourpop So Jaded palette, made great progress on that. Super excited to see where we are next month with this. And then I have my NYX Conceal Correct Contour palette. I hit pan on 2 new shades in this, which is so exciting. Hoping to hit further pan on that and to get further pan on those. Not really expecting to hit pan on either of these because I don't use them ever and I don't really like to, but super psyched to see where we're at next month on those. And then I switched out my water activated liners. I'm removing those from my project pan and introducing my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which I just hit pan on literally today, so I can't wait to see where we are next month on that. And then the other water activated liner I am replacing with the highlight from the Midas Cosmetics X Neonmua Dawn palette, so we'll see where I'm at on that next month. I'm super excited about that. And then you got my Revlon Candid Glow foundation, which I'm hoping I'm gonna finish. It's like the foundation that won't die. I just want it to die. Don't want it to die, but I do want to be done with it. And then we got the blush that I freaking hit pan on, and I can't wait to hit more pan on this for my Covergirl blush. And then, like I just said, I got the mist over here, which I'm hoping to finish. So there's a lot in the works over here in the Giovanna Disney Channel Original Series Studios. If you're new to my channel, I do have my own Disney Channel Original Series. It is called Giovanna of the Future. Yes, it's a Phil of the Future spinoff, and it is about me making videos in the past and you seeing them in the future. So, you know what? If you made it to the end of the video, you might as well subscribe, follow my Project Pan journey. I do a lot of anti-hauls on my channel. I do a lot of talking trash about makeup that I don't want to buy, and I love chatting about makeup. I love talking about graphic liner. I love talking about dewy base products. I love colorful things. But I thank you so much for watching. Please check out my description box for all of the makeup on my face today, as well as a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources. I have petitions to sign, places to donate, and ways to help protesters, so please click on those links if you have the time. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!